Good to see you. First live video and everything. We're going to try this out with YouTube today. Today is Wednesday, April 11th. Partner actually is down at the house today. One of our partners, teammates and everything with the shop is going to be doing a 1JZ swap on his S14. So decided to go ahead and pull out his old KA and everything. It's a daily driver, so we're just doing a basic swap on this one. We'll have heat, AC, and power steering. Everything pretty much is out of a Toyota Soarer. He got his hands and everything on a good deal, non-turbo. R154 transmission to go along with it. No TCS and everything, control on the throttle body, so we don't have to worry about that. So, got himself a good little catch here on a wiring harness locally within the state of Florida. Start checking out some of these bits here. Got a few things to do later on. It's actually a good looking harness. Have intake manifold gasket to deal with and ECU on a EK Honda Civic later. Got looks like we got some cutting here. Well, couldn't beat it and everything for the price and everything, needless to be expected, but it's hard to get your hands on a wiring harness from a 1JZ that isn't cut. If many of you know, we have the usually when they pull them out, they try to take them out and everything as quickly as possible. I'm not worried about it too much. This one's actually really good. It's not even dry and brittle. It's very clean. The wires and everything are in very good condition. Not very much bending in it. I mean, we're going to open her up anyway. We're going to take a look at a few things. I'm the type of person, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I like to splice my own harnesses and everything. And, you know, everybody likes to save a little bit of money. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's see. Give you guys a little view here on this harness. Okay. Excuse the home, but this is basically and everything partly where I work out of. Got the garage outside, and we've got another location nearby here. Working out of a couple of storage units. Not too bad. Oh, the main connectors. All right, I got my igniter connector here. Good. And if some of you know, if you follow me on my Facebook or on my Instagram at Mish Motorsports, I think Facebook is Mish Motorsports 656, or it could be the Instagram one, either or. Got a little bit of severed wire here on the coil wires, but that's fine. The coil pack connectors are actually in good shape. When mine came in, they were brittle as can be. So, actually not a bad thing. Yeah, on if you follow me on my Instagram or my Facebook, I'm actually currently doing a 1JZ swap myself. It's pretty much finished up. She just really got to go over to the tuner. Apologies, guys. I'm using a laptop because for some reason I can't do this live feed on my cell phone. I tried doing it a while back, and we had some other videos. But, yeah, so we've got a 1JZ non-VVTi swapped into 1993. Nissan 240SX hatchback. I'm a hatch lover. I'm not a big coupe guy and everything. I've owned them before. Owned S14s and everything as well myself. I'm not from Florida. I moved over here from Mississippi. I had a shop over that way for about 5 years. Real nice. Got into the game and everything in the beginning. My first engine I ever built was a high compression KA. Worked out great. Moved on to the SR20 world and everything. Didn't like it. Personal choice and everything, personal experiences. I've dealt with quite a few of them. I've done plenty of motor swaps with them, plenty of maintenance and repair, plenty of builds and engine builds and rebuilds, transmission swaps, the whole 9 yards, you name it. I do custom fabrication and design. I do weld them. I cut brake metal, bend, shape, mold, fabricate, you name it. Body work, been doing that for a long time as well too, myself, certified, ASE certified mechanic and everything since 2009. So yeah, so I've been in the game and everything for quite some time, trying to get ourselves a shop together. We're thinking about being in the local area, just can't decide if we want to do Melbourne or Palm Bay. So it all depends. But anyway, moving on. So just kind of give you guys a little nitty gritty. My previous car that I've actually had for a very, very long time, I've been running on the track for a very long time, had an RB25 in it. Lastly, Got sick and tired of throwing money at it. RBs can get expensive. So I wanted to move over and everything to a different side where I could actually have a little bit more cost of savings and finance on reliability for the track. So I decided to go with a 1JZ. A lot of people and everything say that I'm crossing over to the dark side, but it's okay. I, for one, myself and everything, love Japanese muscle. I love inline six engines. I love the way they produce power. I love the way they produce torque. I love how balanced and everything they are physically. And I just love them all around. It's just comfortable, very, very comfortable. Another partner of mine, actually, he's still in Mississippi, Michael Riley, very phenomenal rider, moving his way on up. He's going to try and hit AMA first, making his way into everything on a MotoGP. He put himself down for a long time on that, so we'll be trying to push him and everything a little bit harder. He understands and everything where I'm coming from. He comes from a very high motorsports background. His grandfather, back on the West Coast side of SoCal, was the owner of Dino's Dinosaurs. Many of you might know, or some of you don't know, there is a Dino's Dinosaurs was famous for Volkswagen flat engines and producing just crazy amounts of power and just anything you can name of it. Volkswagen Bugs, Super Beetles, Carmagillas, just so on and so forth. But we're looking to make our way and everything out, make a name for ourselves. We're getting there. Everybody knows little by little. Criticism and hate and everything goes a long way, but we're just trying to see what we can get all figured out. So far, not too happy and everything with the wiring harness, but it makes sense when somebody wants to sell it to you for $150 and saying everything that deal's kind of reasonable. So at the same time, we get kind of iffy on it, but that's all right. I actually am running Mega Squirt on my 1JZ, so I do have a lot of the extra original harness that came with my motor from JDM Engine Depot out of New Jersey. Thank you, you guys. You guys are great. Harness came out good. Motor came out good. Great compression test. Loved every bit of it. You guys even hooked me up. You sent me and everything, the automatic transmission, torque converter, and flex plate to go along with it. Still adapted. I didn't even ask for it. ECU and everything works like a champ. No need to replace any of the capacitors yet. But moving back to the wiring harness. So we purchased this wiring harness locally in the state of Florida. Was told from the guy, wow, this was chewed up by a rat or a mouse indefinitely. I don't know if this harness was installed by anybody or whatnot, but you can definitely tell from the end fray on the coil side of the harness. Oh my Lord. And I think we got bad luck once again. One of our good old teammates and everything just hasn't been getting the best of luck. And this is what you have to deal with and everything with people. And this is something that I've kind of noticed locally out here. Got a lot of people that like to screw people over. Just don't want to be honest. Always want to be lying and cheatful and stuff. I mean, whatever happens to the name of the game, keep drifting fun. And you can't even stay true and honest in this world. In the motorsports world anymore. You just can't. Everybody wants to lie. So map sensor connector. And for what? For what? For you to send it off and then somebody eventually figure, oh my God, man, wow. Well, you know what? We're not going to stress too much and everything about it. The idea was to get our hands on a harness so we can inspect it. We're just trying to move a little bit more forward and everything with what he's got. There you are. Map sensor connector right there, actually. So I would show you guys and everything what we're talking about. I'll show you only one thing. So right here, this is the end fray now. So we get a little bit closer. I don't have much light, but you can definitely tell that end fray right there, the way the scraping and the tearing was, that is either from a rodent of some kind, usually squirrel or rat. Other than that, though, like I said, this is the harness. This is the loom that it came with, original from Japan. It's still very flexing, which is really good, not dry rotted. The wires even feel real nice still, too. But as we all know, we should always make sure to check continuity between the wires due to age. Make sure everything's all good. Oh, wow, we got some melting here to go along with it as well on some of these connectors. Ground wires, grounds look good. Coil pack connectors. That's the biggest thing. The coil pack connectors looks absolutely amazing. Amazing. What we got here. This is cam angle sensor. Yeah, crankshaft position sensor. Yep, crankshaft position sensor connector. The other one, I'm not exactly sure. Coolant temp sensor, coolant temperature switch to the gauge. Coil packs. All right. Got one connector. Looks like it's pretty torn up, but that's fine. I have some stock coil packs from my 1JZ still, at least. Good thing always to hang on to extra parts. You never know. And let's see, what else do we have here? Some connectors overheated. Fuel injector, cam sensor, mid, rear. Diagnostic plug, absolutely sweet. This was awesome. It was the coolest thing I could have seen and everything on this in these engines when they came in here. Oh boy. That's traction control. Right up in the front. And we're gonna have to figure this out. We'll go through the harness, but needless to say, I am actually running Mega Squirt from DIY Auto Tune. MS3X version 3.57. Very, very easy harness and everything to hook up. I will not lie. And would I do it again? Absolutely. I've been playing with the tune myself for about, let's say maybe a month, give or take. Been doing it quite some time. I haven't had my chance and everything to get to a dyno, but I'm pretty confident in myself that I can definitely tune a motor no problem on a dyno. Most of the tuning that I've ever done and everything is street tunes. The most recent one and everything that we did was with a KAT. We have one of our old teammates. Still consider him a teammate and everything. Still a partner. Connor Braun. At the moment, currently he's in the Army. He will be coming back and joining us for a local event in June. So we will try and get some video footage and everything of him up so you guys can follow him. If anybody's ever seen him before or seen him with me, I trained him and I taught him how to drift. I have my own style and I have my own ways. I'm a big believer in everything on learning without power steering and definitely putting you in the shit, as it's known, to get the nerves out of you. The only reason why I feel that is because the faster you can get the nerves out of you, you can get the fear out of you, the faster you can start harnessing that adrenaline, and you can lock it in and everything and start turning yourself into a better driver. But so for now, okay, connectors and everything going into the ECU, everything looks good. That's good. All right, so I was already expecting us to have a partially hacked up harness, but it seems like we know exactly why. But we can go ahead and contact our partner and let him know. If you guys want, follow him and everything. His name is Christo. If anybody knows locally, drives red S14 and everything on white wheels. Currently down right now at the moment. Probably not going to be too happy with me spoiling the surprise to everybody about him doing a 1JZ swap, but it's something that he's much needed. Very good guy. Most of you know of him. A lot of you do locally. Very known for fixing phones, tablets, and iPads. Man's amazing and everything when it comes down to electronics and some retrofits. And so soon we're going to start integrating his skills with some vehicles that we're going to be building and vehicles that we'll be servicing. We currently right now don't have the best shop location, working out of storages and definitely working out of the house. It does make it hard as far as room-wise goes. We're trying to free up some more room, get one of the other vehicles and everything out of the garage. But other than that, at some point in time, we'll have an official spot. We'll definitely open up. We're definitely taking on business now. Like I said, about the only thing that I have not gotten into yet is TIG welding, which eventually soon. And definitely getting my hands on a tube bender and starting to get moving with tubing. Now, I can definitely do, what round tubing and everything we've got, and definitely do pie cut notches. And square tubing definitely works as well. Nothing different. It's just square, not round. A lot of us try to stay with the ground tube so that you can keep that sense of, I guess, keeping it pristine, as we would say. But let's see, I think that's about it for right now. So we've got a few other projects coming. Like I said, this is the first video, so apologies, guys. This one probably looks very, very not well put together. I needed to start getting something out there, but everybody knows you got to start somewhere to get somewhere. So we've got now KA cylinder head. I'm a big lover of KA engines. I love the way they produce power. I love the way that they were designed. They were meant for a turbo. Only a few downsides and everything to the internals. Nothing you can't fix and everything once you get your hands on one of them. Same time, cast iron block, aluminum head. So, you know, longer stroke and everything for better torque compared to an SR20. Coupled with a turbo in the right tune and the right small minor internal work, as many of you probably might know, but just don't want to tackle the work. They're known and everything for spinning rod bearings. All right, so what are the possible chances of that? Usually stretched rod bolts. So go ahead and replace your internals and everything with some ARPs. Why not fresh it up and everything with new rings, a home, new bearings? No worries and everything about a balance. Get yourself gasketed up, all ready to go. Definitely take care of that timing kit and get rid of those upper guides because they're pieces to the max. Yeah. So on the KA head that we're finishing up, we had a tough time with valves. The head was previously owned by somebody that was running turbo, so exhaust valves had some pitting actually on it. We had a few extra cylinder heads here, so we went and took them apart, got ourselves some valves, got the head all lapped up and cleaned up. Thank you to Mike down over at Rank Performance. You guys do great work. Great deck and everything on the cylinder head and the front timing cover. Very, very well cleaned. I do apologize for the massive amount of gum up buildup in the exhaust ports, but can only get so much, but that was fine. That was needless to be expected. I just wanted to get as much of it clean as I possibly can so I can actually inspect it. Throw some new freeze plugs in and get her on down over to the location of the actual car that we're building. We are doing a fully built, well, semi-built, fully built bottom end, pretty much a stock cylinder head, KAT, going into an FC Arc 7. Don't know exactly what it's going to be used for yet. Probably for the drag strip, but definitely for some circuit road racing. We have that as well. So we got the S14 1JZ swap. We've got my track car that we're hoping to get together for Pro-Am, but you know, that didn't work out too well this year. This year was definitely going to be my year. I kind of procrastinated in the very beginning. I didn't get things done. I've been going through a spot of my own stuff, own personal things, but starting to come on the up and up now. Been going to therapy, like it, love it, doing great. So we just keep moving forward. Let's see, what else? We do have a couple of Hondas as well that are actually getting some serious work. I originally started with Honda beforehand, so moved on to the Nissan Toyota world. Definitely dove into some V8s. Junkyards were plentiful in Mississippi, so you know, doing simple 305 or simple 350 or, you know, 302 or something like that, or small block 400 inside of a 240, you know, things like that were easy. Doing even crazy stuff. I did a 4-wheel drive conversion on a EG Honda Civic a long time ago, back when it was posted in Super Street. It was done on an EG hatchback over in Japan, with keeping in mind the Japanese mindset, you know, make more with less. Basically, use what you got because it's still good and it can still get the job done. So we took everything from a rusted 240. We pulled the full swap. We used the rear subframe, front subframe, and KA engine transmission. Swapped it over. Even used the transmission tunnel and everything from the body too. Put it in, integrated into it, and basically shut her down. Sleeper rear-wheel drive. But we'll get more onto some other things. For right now, I just wanted to make this a quick video to kind of get ourselves out there. But like and follow. You can check us out and everything at Niche Motorsports once again on Facebook. You can also follow us on Instagram, myself, at Niche Motorsports. Headhunter brand for Christo. If you'd like to check out our rider and everything for our team, you can check out Mike Riley at Delilah's Daddy 0125. He right now and everything currently is running Red Bull fairings. Trying to get himself over to a track day over at NOLA Motorsports Park over in New Orleans on April 22nd. Trying to get some video footage as well too, so we can upload it to the page so everybody can start following and checking them out. Best of luck. Very well known and everything on the West Coast SoCal for his BMX racing and definitely for his motorcycle riding. Phenomenal rider. Time is now. At the same time, mediography and graphic design or photos and editing will all be done by my wife, Vanessa Marino. You can follow her on Instagram and her page, Marino Photos. Also, if you saw a nice little Shiba Inu dog and everything that we got, his name is Yoshi. He's got an Instagram page as well. You can follow him. Probably tap into his Instagram. I don't know it off the top of my head. You might probably look at hers. But that is Barino _ Photos. BUHRENO. And, well, like, subscribe, check us out, comment, follow, let us know what you want to see and everything that's new. And always remember, like I said, we have business coming. We got the website and everything coming up. We're hopefully going to have us an eBay store and everything here pretty soon as well. And hopefully some business cards so we can start passing them out. A lot of people have been asking. But like I said, work right now is a little difficult with the amount of space, so just bear with us. I can only take in 1 or 2 cars at a time. But once we start getting into a bigger place, like I said, it just depends. Melbourne